my name is Ruth and I run Ruth's Little Kitchen, which is a cooking school and a micro bakery, and I am based in Brockham. And I've been asked to tell you about my journey from startup through COVID and to where I am now, and to give some of my top tips. My background is that I originally had a job working for the largest PR company, Shamwick PR. Then I moved into project management in telecoms. And then 12 years ago, I retrained as a food teacher, just to fit in the family life. Really enjoyed teaching, but didn't really like being in the same school all the time, I think because of my previous background. So I then went to a few schools and set up the food department. And I also did work for the exam board, working out videos for the higher level schools and things like that. So last year I decided to leave and set up my own thing. I've never had my own business, and I just felt that I really wanted to do something by myself. So I set up my own business, and I set up the cooking school all from my own home, and then also I set up a micro bakery. The micro bakery started because I have a love of making bread. Also, I knew that I'm the sort of person that likes to have something to focus on a weekly basis, and although I was going to be setting up everything else, I knew that bread would give me, albeit a very small income, something to aim for every week. So that's going brilliantly, and then I entered the World Bread Awards and one of my loaves won. And so then the cooking school started to take off. I have run community workshops and events, and everything going brilliantly as far as I could see. COVID-19 put a stop to it. And so at COVID-19, when they said they were shutting the schools, I felt very upset about it, like I'm sure like so many of us did. So I wanted to do something, and I set up doing live streams straight away from my Instagram. I was absolutely petrified about it. I mean, I couldn't sleep. I started to do it and I couldn't sleep for about 2 days. But I started to do that, and slowly my audience started to grow bigger. And I was really lucky. It was picked up by the BBC Surrey, and then it started to get picked up by other local media outlets. So, for instance, I was in Delicious magazine in the May edition, saying it was one of the best live streams on. And, for me to be placed by Jamie Oliver and Lisa Campbell of Cooking was an incredibly, I was very humbled to be there. And it was in Metro and lots of other places. I'm not being silly when I say really too many to mention. So now we've come through COVID, and I'm sort of now going in a new direction. So I'm doing online corporate classes. I do Zoom classes, and for a very, very small amount of money, people can get a team together. They can have an hour of my time where I'll teach the team via Zoom how to make a recipe, and it's a great online sort of way of building your community, and it's fun as well for companies to do. So I'm doing that. The Duke of Edinburgh Awards Scheme asked me to be one of their main providers to provide an online offering to students so they can complete the bronze or silver or gold awards in the skill sections at home. So I've recorded 36 different videos, and they're going to be available in 3 different modules for students to download and do at home. So that's getting edited at the moment, and that's really exciting. And then I am starting to do my workshops again. Obviously, I can't have so many people here at the moment to the workshops, so what I did was I put a tent out in my garden, and I'm just going to have 2 people at a time. I think, well, why not? That's great. I really love teaching, and I love meeting people, so I've just adapted to do that. So you can see that in a relatively short time, I've done quite a lot, and I think that I am like so many of you out there. The hardest bit really was making the decision to start my own company. And then what I've tried to do is use the skills I am good at, which are communicating, which are networking. And so if I don't know the answer, I will try and find out the answer from someone who does. I try not to be scared to ask for help when I need it. And I Google a lot to get lots of information. I use social media an awful lot, and so I use Twitter, and I use Facebook, and I use Instagram. If I'm doing events, I'll put them on Eventbrite at the moment, and advertise them through Facebook. I look and see if I can find out Facebook groups, so I can put an advert on there and see what days that business can post on there. I try and adapt what I'm posting about to the social media. So for instance, if it's Twitter, I do try and put something short. If it's Instagram, I make sure that the images are good. And if it's Facebook, it might be giving a bit more information. I do try and post on a regular basis, but I try to post quality over quantity. So I don't see there's any point in posting unless I've got, something to say. That being said, because of my brand, because of who I am, is a bit kooky, is a bit spontaneous. I can't say that, but you'll know what I mean. That sometimes if I'm picking vegetables up at the allotment, I think, I'm just going to tell people about it. I will tell people about it. So there is that element. And what else? I try and think about what I've posted and how much engagement I've put on it. It's really interesting. If I put a short video of a load of sourdough dough fermenting in a box, and I flip it over and I have it pouring out, that will get so many hits. So I sort of consider, how do I get my audience to engage? So for instance, I haven't done one of those for a while. I'll probably do one this Friday to just sort of like remind people, hey, here I am, a micro baker. I do quite a lot of sourdough, because sourdough's in at the moment anyway, isn't it? And what else? I try and keep current as well. So at the moment I'm looking at TikTok, completely new platform. And in my house, I've got 2 children, one who uses TikTok and is incredibly embarrassed I'm going to be on it, and the other one doesn't, engage with TikTok at all. But, I've read somewhere that TikTok is going to be the next big thing, could possibly be bigger than YouTube. So I'm exploring that. So another tip I would say is to try and keep current and keep your finger on the buzzer about what's happening. I try and make sure that my message is friendly, is informative, is serious, but I don't want to come across as like too serious or like a know-it-all. So I just try and keep friendly, and I try and be reliable. So if someone asks me for some information, I do try and get it back with them in 24 hours. And that's where I'm quite lucky when I was a teacher, because, we had to try and get back to them in 24 hours. What else? Other top tips is, I think, make sure that your branding is looking good. Have a look and see what competitors are doing. And, I'm never scared to try something new. And I'm never scared to, try and contact people. So another thing I do is, which happened in COVID, I started doing, I called it Q&A, but it was really me speaking to an expert about it, via Instagram Live, actually, not Zoom. And so I might have had the Cheddar Cheese Gorge Company on, and I would just do a virtual interview with them. And that was good for me, because it gave me publicity on their platform, and good for them because it gave them publicity on my platform. But at the same time, I found it really scary, but I just thought, I'm going to do it. So if you get an idea, don't not do it because you're too scared to do it. If that's the case, try and speak to someone and explain to them what you want to do, and hopefully that someone will say, look, no, just go ahead and do it. Because if we all sit and do nothing and just remain the same as we always be, we'll never really go forward. That's my ethos anyway. Anyway, so that's me, Ruth's Little Kitchen. Here for corporates, if you want to ever have anything over the Zoom, just get in contact. Very cheap, I've got to tell you. And if I can ever help with anyone's business or anything, just get in contact with me. So I hope you found this interesting.
Thank you.